Okay, short break. I'll just come around the back of the dormitory, so hopefully where we saw the can't really see a lot because it's quite dark, but it's still amazingly preserved. So I'm going to have a look through these windows. So there's an entrance on the other side. I'm going to try and get into there if I can. But, yeah, same here. A little bit lighter. So yeah, there's someone in there, so you can get in there. Just got to try and find the way in now. Was this one? Oh, here we go. Little doorway. Oh yeah. Right, so we can get in this bit. There's two signs. The stone that spoke. Elizabeth exploring Anastasia. What is this? Is this the Anastasia who supposedly went missing from the Russian royal family? Right, I found an ironstone on the shore. Ironstones are heavy. The metal in them makes them so. Iron is a symbol of resilience. In the smooth surface and the form of the stone, I seek the resilient self, relocated from Kiev instead of because of the war. Now, which war is that? Is this the current war? And change the spelling to Kiev, just like Marks and Sparks do. Marks and Sparks do with their chicken Kievs. I mean, we've only been saying chicken Kievs for like 60 years, so we keep saying it. Right, so it's amazingly light in here, considering like when I was looking in through the windows it's quite dark, but actually inside it's pretty amazing. So it's the original door. I look through it, they've got steps there, so with the lower steps removed, looks like it. So this is some type of vault. The floor is very, very uneven. It's a bit like our roads, loads of potholes. Right, so this is the common room. The high quality of the masonry here and the rich architectural detail indicate that this was a room of importance. Its location suggests that this room, was the common room or warming house which the monks would use for periods of recreation or work in cold weather. The warming house was the room in which a communal fire was kept burning in winter. The absence of a fireplace here means that warmth could only have been provided by using a charcoal brazier in the northeast corner. You can still see the remains of the stone benches where the monks sat. Originally the walls would have been plastered and or lime washed. A set of steps just outside the main doorway once connected with the first floor entrance to the monastic dormitory. Traces of these steps can still be seen in the wall. The different heights of the ground floor rooms in this range reflect the steepness of the hillside and the need to provide a level floor for the dormitory above. This room, the furthest up the slope, has the lowest ceiling, which is amazingly impressive. So yeah, looks like it's been reconstructed at some point, some of it, but some of it must be original. Really cool. And talking of cool, it is actually quite cool in there. So, that's that bit done. I'm going to climb up the stairs again and walk down to this bit, going towards that's the dormitory up there, so we're going to go down there. Got a lot of steps, fairly steep for an old bloke, but oh, here you go, manage it. original walls by the look of it. Grab up this railing. It's wooden railing. Very much doubt that's original. Oh, right, we've got another vault type thing here. Let's have a look in here. So this is the novices' room. This magnificent room has traditionally been identified as a day room for the novices. Right. So we've got stone. Oh right, the stone that spoke is like a type of theme. Right, we'll have a little look around here. There's some steps leading up to another room by the look of it. Or it might be an exit. But we'll do this bit first. Look at it, really cool table. I'll do with it for my flat. Yeah, very nice. Right. So we've got the stone fireplace again. Again, it's got those tile slats in the back. I'm assuming there would have been like an extended part around there. Getting out of breath now because it's getting warm. Right, got recesses there. Right, there's something in the corner here. Not sure what. Right, there's more steps though. Let's have a look. Oh. Alright, there's not much here. It's just a little barred off thing. Yeah. Right. Not a lot. So back down the steps. Try not to fall. Bloody monks must have had really short feet. I mean, I'm not a giant, but mine are only like 9.5. Really hanging over the edge of the steps. Right, we've got some more kids here. Right, we're going to go up that way. I don't know why these stones green. Really cool. Right, let's get up here while we can. Right, we go into another chamber. So this is directly underneath the dormitory. So we've got another entrance there. Oh man, this is nice and cool in here now. A little bit more furniture. Oh. So, as you can see, we're still at the back of the school. I don't know what that is. But, oh right, okay, so we're back to the original chamber that I went in before. So let's go out the same way and try and make my way around the outside. So that bit around there. You see this, that would be like modern drainage, obviously. Oh. Like that. We're going to get round to that bit. So over there, that's where I was before. Oh, was it? No, it's not. I haven't seen that bit either. So we'll do that bit first. And make our way around. There's more stuff over there too. I never saw all this stuff when I came before. Well, so whatever this is, have a quick look. try and do it quickly, just don't know when my battery's going to run out again. Anyway, some sort of cottage that I'd have to go all the way around there to access, but we're going to go down this way. Quick look in here first, see what this is. Is this some sort of garden? Oh, it's this, I think this might have been the orchard. There's another gate up there. Yeah, I guess I'd say it's the orchard. Still got some apple trees there. Right, I've got some kids around the corner here, so I've got to be careful. So it's, that would be the walk, the 1066 walk, which I'm not going on. But let's go around this way so we avoid the kids. So it's another part of, see up there, that's the dormitory, and we've got the vaults underneath, which is the common room and other places. So we've got a little, these would be, guessing, other more cloisters or walkways between the buildings. So we're going to go up this way. Yeah, it's quite nice here. There's quite a bit of up and down walking and a little bit out of breath because of the heat or humidity. It's not nice. Right, so this should bring me back to the original path. It's somewhere around here. So this really impressive stone steps there. So yeah, that's those steps up there, which I may take, may not. Take me back up to where the school is. On the way out, just have a quick look over here. See what there is to see. Right, so shall we go? Yeah, we go this way. As I'm already pointed that way. So, oh look, we've got some sheep. Yeah, the sheep. Just been shorn by the look of it. Shorn the sheep. So here we go. Kent countryside with lots of electricity pylons in the background, which is not impressive. Got some lovely flowers. I'm sure one or two of my friends can identify them. They're not carnations. No. Well, I don't know. I'm not a flower person, as you probably know by if you saw the state of my garden. I only watered it for the first time on Sunday. Was it Sunday? No, a couple of days ago. Here we got, that's the tour, the 1066 walk. I don't know how long it is, but she did say there was a detour because they're cleaning the ponds out. Anyway, right, there's a thing here. See, obviously down the bottom you've got the Bayeux Tapestry, which is apparently coming to England for the first time in 900 years. That's part of the deal that Starmer and Macron did the other day, or was it the King? I don't know. Don't have any interest in the French really. So the Normans finally break through the shield wall and the English army is routed. During the final Norman assault, the English shield wall breaks. The Normans begin to slaughter any who stand against them. Those English who can escape flee the field pursued by the victorious Normans. In one day a kingdom has been lost and won. So obviously we lost it, the French won it. So that's looks like the walk, that red bit, the red line. there. Can't really see it through the viewfinder because it's a bit glary. But yeah, it must have been awful back in the day. And then the English flee in the battlefield, and in the margin the dead are lying naked, stripped of their armour, which is what they used to do in those days, because obviously armour was quite expensive, and if you killed someone you had every right to nick it off him, especially if it's better than yours. It must have been a horrible battle. Obviously, like back in the day, Harold was let's do his bit first. Right, during the afternoon, the Normans weakened the English line by adopting a new tactic. It is now clear, I think I'm reading these in the wrong order, but it is now clear that the English are not going to be easily defeated. To create gaps in the shield wall, groups of Normans pretend to flee in mid-battle, then they suddenly turn, trap and destroy any English soldiers who pursue them. This particular trick is documented in other battles fought by the Normans. Okay then, nice tactic. Right, a series of such false retreats proves very successful, but the English line continues to stand fast. Something more is needed to secure victory. Right, so yeah, what I was going to say is, like, one of the reasons the English were defeated is because they were defending us from the Vikings, or the Norsemen, at Stamford Bridge, which is up near Hull, I think. So they got word that the Normans were preparing to invade, and they legged it down here, which is probably 300 miles at least before. So yeah, so that obviously they were totally exhausted by the time they tried to stand up to the Normans. So that was a massive disadvantage for our boys. You know, if they'd have been fresh facing the Normans down here, who knows what would have happened. Let's have a quick look in here. There's another entrance. It's very dark in here now. Oh yeah, it's just a small vault. So this is the guest range undercrofts. So I'll quickly read this bit. These vaulted rooms or undercrofts were probably used originally as stores by the Abbey cellarer, who was responsible for provisions. Okay, and that's a picture of how it was back in the day. A view of the guest range before its demolition. Details from a print by Samuel and Nathaniel Buck in 1737. So it's just like a store. I don't know if there's anything through this door. Oh, there's two doors. No, that's all boarded up. Oh, cool. Yep, it says "Mind your head" on there over the door frame. And what do I do? Hit my bloody head. So more stores. The floor is very uneven. I'm going to duck this time. Okay. Well, obviously these would have been lit back then. You can't have monks grappling their way through in the dark. So there's another one and another one. Hopefully there's an exit, otherwise I'm going to have to go round, go through again. Not sure if you can hear an echo. I can. So it's just like all the same type of storeroom. Nope, there's no way through. So I'll just go back. Right. So let's quickly go back without banging my head. Just step back here. And I don't know if you can pick this up. No, my shadow's in the way. There you go. That's a bit better. But There's like big holes in the floor. It is like British roads. It's weird, it's like, I don't know if there's been flood damage or anything, but the floors look like sort of mud banks that have been flooded and then dried out again. Oh, almost there. Another wooden door there. That certainly should be the exit. Yep. This is really difficult to watching where I put my feet and looking through the viewfinder so that you're not staring at gravel all the time. Right, I've got another sign up here about the battle. Right. So yeah, I'm looking at these in the wrong order. So after rallying his forces, William counterattacks the English. Encouraged by Duke William, the Normans turn and attack the English, who have been pursued them down the hill. Those who have been separated from safety of the shield wall are surrounded and annihilated. According to a close follower of William, it was the Duke himself, with his sword flashing in the sunlight, who led the counterattack. So, wouldn't it be nice if our monarchs were at the head of the battle, on the front line, like they used to? You know, men and women, English, German, French kings and queens, they all did it, you know, Joan of Arc, Boudicca. I mean, now, our boys are just cannon fodder, aren't they? They're just sent to the deaths. And for not much money either. Which is really sad. And then gives me a little bit of a political bit. Yeah, once they've served their purpose, they're discarded, and I read some of this, 18% of homeless men in London are ex-British forces, our own veterans, abandoned like that. It's disgraceful, to be honest. But, right. There's another little plaque. It'll be about the start of the attack. Yeah, first Norman attack. So yeah, I'm definitely going around the wrong way. I read them all in the wrong order. So I think we're fairly near the end. I'm going to make my way to the visitor centre. There's actually quite a museum there as well, if I remember correctly, and we'll have a look around there. Then we're going to have another cup of coffee and a bit of cake. Well, not we, I am. Although you are invited. Right, so another sign here. Blocked doorway, probably to a medieval barn in the outer court of the abbey. The ground behind was raised during post-dissolution landscaping. Right, loads and loads of school kids on their trips. Right, yeah, I've just been passed by that. German people. I've had French people here today, German people. It's a very diverse audience. Right, but this is what the centre. There we go. Right, so we've got the cafe. Sorry? So I'm just talking into this thing. So we've got the visitor centre, cafe, toilets, exhibition, that's the one. So that's the museum bit. We'll try and do that first. Oh yeah. That's nice. Nice little peaceful walk now. Don't know what that yellow thing is there. What's this? Oh, it's a defibrillator. Defibrillator. I can't bloody speak because my mouth is so dry. Really should have brought my bottle with me. Talking of bottle, I have a nice little drinky tonight. First time for a week. Because I don't have to do much over the weekend apart from a little bit of work and chilling out. Right, so that's the exhibition. Sounds like it's chocker full of kids, so we might get a bit of an echo and reverb. So, I don't know, is that the exhibition or is it team rooms? Team rooms up there. But there's an ice cream sign. So, my right hand has actually gone numb from holding this camera for God knows how long. Right, so this is the exhibition. It is the year 1066. Right. No, it is really, really noisy in here. So, hopefully, why are these kids wearing reflective things? I don't know. It's a bit strange. Right, I've got to do my best to not get any kids in the frame. It is bloody noisy. Jeez. If anyone has ever been to a football match and been in the crowd, it's not this noisy. Right, so we've got little animations of the battle. I won't spend too much time on it. Right. So that's St Michael's Mount, which is in Devon or Cornwall. I can't remember now, but almost went there once. Abbey Church of Jumigay. Okay. Queen Emma of Normandy receives a copy of her biography circa 1040, so 26 years before the invasion. Yeah. She the Meghan of the day. Normandy was a very young political creation in 1066 and in some ways an unlikely birthplace for a claimant to the English throne. It's very complicated, the claims to the throne in those days and how William reckoned he was the geezer. It's like cousins and marriages and all sorts of stuff going on back then. Look at a few coins and stuff. Right, now we have the complicated family tree. So on the right hand side we've got the French side. So Rollo, William Longsword, Duke Richard I, Richard II, Richard III, that's the French Richard III. Right, all the way down to William the Conqueror, but if you have a look in the middle, you've got Emma of Normandy, connects the French side to the English side, which is Ethelred and Canute. Now, branching off from Emma of Normandy, we've got Edward the Confessor, which is like one of our best ever kings, who passed his throne on eventually to Harold. So, and then you go back in time, and you've got Ethelred, and before that Alfred, which is another one of our great kings. I mean, anyone's done any English history, they'll recognise the names of a few kings. Hardicanute, or Arthur Canute, he was like Viking. Harold Harefoot. So loads and loads of different 4 nationalities all claiming the throne and ruling at some point. Ah, right, now we've got a bit of a theatre here, and obviously being a theatre and educational, there's no kids. Alright, so they've just had an English heritage documentary. So yeah. So now there's a special offer on at the moment for 25% off English heritage membership, so I can get it for about £61.50 for a year, and that includes getting today's £17.50 entrance refunded and also my car parking. So a bit of a bonus right there. Try and navigate around these kids. I'm going to point at the floor for a second. Cheers. Right, we've got a suit of armour, which is not really armour, it's just chainmail. So it's just like a layer of really, really thick chains. It's really heavy. You know, it's gonna repel a sword, maybe even an arrow. We've got bow and arrows there. Now across here, we've got actually got a sword here. And that's pretty heavy. Obviously not sharp. You can't have a sharp blade. Very little kidlets can play with it. And it's obviously a shield. The arm goes through there and hold it up in front of you, and then hold the sword in your right hand or your left hand, wherever you want. But yeah, it's another sword. So I called it. This was called a broadsword, but it's heavy again and completely blunt for safety reasons, health and safety, obviously. Right, now we've got a round shield in the middle, which it's on a metal mechanism.